Good day. Reed here, doing my pre-work walkabout. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for subscribing to the channel here on YouTube and liking and commenting on the videos. It really helps me out a bunch. And I'm feeling a little excited today. You might ask why. Well, I finally released a live album of my band, Deconclusionary. And you can find that over at Bandcamp, which is bendingreeds.bandcamp.com. And I super appreciate a listen over there. And again, if you do go over there, if you can click the follow button there, that would be incredibly awesome. It's my, 10-year plan to transition from doing a lot of landscaping work to being more of my musician self. And it's good to have those things in life. Oh, now these flowers smell so good. Where you have desires that you're able to voice in a way. These are sweet rockets right here. It's such a nice smell. And have a game plan for going out and achieving them. Oh, I put an extra brick here I can put over this. Let's see, Reed, what are you walking on? As I mentioned, I'm letting my farm be fallow this year for the most part. And so there's a lot of dirt there to deal with. Laying out those black tarps will make it so that way the ground will just be perfect for planting in when next year comes around. My wife got into the greenhouse. Oh wow. There's still a bunch of material that has to come out of here, but it's actually looking pretty good. I guess there will be a bunch of tomatoes that go in there, but that's technically somebody else's project. And we just had our circus weekend where my eldest daughter was performing. And that went really well. And that means that we actually have, I can't say like more time on our hands now, but a level of more relaxedness. Oh, I see what's going on there. So the people who are using this greenhouse space are planting out some different plants to be cultivated. Looks like salmon berries and ferns. That's for like some restoration type projects that are going on. And gosh, you know, it's interesting to watch my own headspace when that time gets freed up from being present for the, you know, very active happenings of my children. And I actually have another album that I'm just reviewing that came back from being mastered. It's another solo studio project. Actually, I can't really call it a solo project. I have got 9 other musicians on it. But it's in my studio project category. And dreaming up an event to celebrate that. And it's funny to watch my mind go off into some rather large scale here. You can see these tent caterpillars are going off. I'm going to pick up some BTK tomorrow ideally and start spraying everything down because the flowers are also had their day. And the BTK does a great job at really kind of wiping them out. It's a soil bacteria that they eat. And then they get blown up by their guts, basically, my understanding. So, it's fascinating just to watch my mind go out and start to take on these other projects, and I gotta ask myself, what do I really have time for? intermixed with. And it is a really fun event to plot and plan, and the coordination is a bit much, but that's kind of like sometimes coordinating things is just a bit much, which is why I try not to have too many things I'm coordinating at the same time. And this event is going to be, if it comes out the way that I'm thinking of it, a rather large event, which is really fun actually. Alright. As the spring transitions towards the summer, what are you planning on coordinating as the peak of the sun begins to come toward us here in the northern hemisphere? And if you're in the southern hemisphere, is there a way that you're plotting your winter? I love that we have those two things happening simultaneously. The summer of the north and the winter of the south. And just that recognition of there's always a beautiful duality taking shape. Where hazelnut orchard's going to be going. There'll be about 3 or 4 trees in there. Maybe 6 if I can push it a little bit. Check this out, okay? It is like mid-May. There's a puddle of water here. It has not rained in weeks or more. Curious phenomena. Makes me think that the hill here, the irrigation pond that somebody else, the next property over, has, is full. But I'd love to hear what plans and projects you've got going on, what you're thinking about, what you're considering for the future, whether you're going to do it this year or some other year. Again, thanks for watching today. Thanks for being with me. Appreciate all the subscriptions and comments that have been coming in. Have too much fun.